Good morning, class. Am I being heard clearly? Are my audio and video clear on your end?
Yes po, ma'am. We can hear you loud and clear po.
Alright. How about my PowerPoint presentation? Is it already visible?
Yes po.
Okay, thank you for responding. For our lesson for today, we will be talking about the picnic preparation and journey of Alicia, Emily, and Gina. They have been best friends since birth. But before we proceed, I will ask you to note the sentences you will notice with singular and plural nouns that I will be narrating in the story because I will ask you later to provide some. For example, in the story, Gina saw a dog or Emily bought 5 apples. I want you to jot them down because we will assess and discuss them later as the story ends. Understood, class?
Yes po.
Okay, then let's start. One day, Alicia and her two friends named Emily and Gina decided to go to the farm for a picnic. Let me ask you, have you been on a picnic or trip with your friends or loved ones?
Yes po, ma'am.
Great! I'm sure you had a great time hanging out with them. So, when you are preparing for a picnic or a trip, what are the things you usually pack or bring with you? Things or necessities that you think you should not forget to bring? Yes, Andre?
If I'm going for a picnic po, I will pack, well, obviously food, water, a basket, a blanket, such things that will make our picnic comfortable po.
Yes. So, preparing enough food, snacks, and essentials will guarantee picnicking success, right? Let us see what Alicia, Emily, and Gina will be going to bring to their picnic. Alicia prepared some fruits, 2 packs of strawberries, 7 bananas, and 6 mangoes. She's also assigned to bring a jug of water. Take a look at the nouns strawberries, bananas, and mangoes. They are in a plural form, right? Can you please transform it into a singular form, Patricia?
Yes po, ma'am. Ma'am, the singular form of strawberries is strawberry, for bananas is banana, while mangoes is mango.
Great! For strawberry, we changed the Y into IES to make it plural, while we just added an S at the end of banana to pluralize it. And for mango, we added an ES. Alright, now let us see what Emily and Gina will bring and prepare for their picnic. Emily brought 3 loaves of bread with a tasty jam. She also bought 2 bags of chips for them to enjoy and a picnic blanket. Focus on the plural noun loaves. It is also the same as the example we discussed in the last meeting, right? Instead of adding s or es to the noun loaf to make it plural, we erased the f and replaced it with ves. Moreover, Jean's mom prepared 3 servings of pasta and 6 pieces of fried chicken for them. She did not also forget to bring some utensils. Imagine that you are also having a picnic on the farm. What do you think you are going to see on your way there? Yes, Andre?
Maybe some trees or plants, some kind of animals like chickens, goats, and sheep are one of the things that we will be encountering on a
Good! On our way to the farm, we can expect some poultry animals. Or if we are on a farm with a lake in it, we likely see lots of birds who love the water, like swans, geese, and ducks. I wonder what the 3 girls will see and encounter on their way to their picnic spot. Let's take a look at the next slide. As the girls walked together to the farm, Gina saw a beautiful butterfly and did not hesitate to take photos through her cell phone. They also caught 3 goats as they chased the butterfly on their way. Patricia, can you identify how many butterflies they saw based on the sentence we just constructed?
They saw only one butterfly po.
Okay, great. They only saw one butterfly, meaning it is singular. How about making singular noun butterfly into a plural form? Yes, Andre, do you think we have to make changes in spelling?
Yes po. To make it plural, we have to change the Y to IES from butterfly to butterflies.
Okay, very good. We can say that Gina and her friends saw three butterflies in plural form. I'm glad you can still recall the singular and plural noun rules we tackled at the last meeting. One of those rules is that to make the nouns ending in Y into a plural form, we have to change it to IES. The story also mentions that they caught three goats. Patricia, can you identify what type of noun the word goat is?
It's a common noun po.
Very good. Once again, common nouns name general items while proper nouns name specific people, places, things, or ideas. And the noun goat is a generic word for a type of mammal. To make it plural, we just added an S to its end. We cannot say goatses, goatesses, and such. That clear, class?
Yes po.
Now, let's see what will happen next to our story. Halfway to their destination, Alicia notices two benches behind the trees. Tired from the long walk, the three girls agreed to sit on the benches and take a moment to rest their legs for the long walk. Andre, what do you think is the spelling of benches? Is it Benchs, Benchess, or what?
I think the spelling should be
Okay, it should be Benches. Again, according to the rule, if the singular noun ends in S, SS, SH, CH, or X, add ES to the end to make it plural. Some examples of those are wish, wishes, reach, reaches, and watch, watches. You guys can still recall that, can't you?
Yes po.
Okay. Minutes later, Emily became amazed at the flock of sheep crossing in front of them while they were resting on the benches. Patricia, can you tell us how many sheep you see in the picture?
There are 5 sheep in the picture po, ma'am.
Good. But why don't we add an S to sheep, considering they are five in the picture? On what rule does it apply?
Ma'am, from what I remember, one of the rules we tackled in our last meeting discussion indicates that some nouns don't change when pluralized po.
Very good. Nouns like deer, fish, series, and such are also some examples of that rule. They are spelled the same in their singular and plural forms. Finally, Alicia, Emily, and Gina have reached their favorite spot on the farm after a long walk. Emily excitedly unfolds their picnic blanket and lays on the ground together. A few minutes later, they immediately unpacked and prepared their food and belongings on the table. Alicia cheerfully began to unpack the fruits she bought and poured the water and juice into the glasses. Meanwhile, Gina assembles the food she bought. She sliced the pizza and divided the fried chickens among them. When the food is gone and their stomachs are full, the girls run around the farm without a care in the world. Water from the stream is splashed at each other, and flowers are picked to either be pressed or placed in their hair. They also saw some children playing on the farm, so they joined and befriended them. Magically, The sun beams down on them like a warm smile, thankfully cooling a little as the day goes on. And that ends our story about the picnic adventure of Alicia, Emily, and Gina. Did you enjoy listening to the story, class?
Yes po.
Yes po.
Okay. In what way did you find it enjoyable? Yes, Andre?
Story of the three girls feels nostalgic po. Their friendship takes us to a time when we could spend most of our days outside and hang out with our friends. Unlike nowadays when we can spend the whole day staring at our gadgets because everything is now done virtually.
All right, very well said. I'm glad that you found it entertaining, but I also hope that it helped you know more about the usage of the singular and plural noun rules through our story. Before we started our class earlier, I asked you to jot down the sentences that you noticed with singular and plural nouns that I will be narrating the story, right? So, I assume that you did follow my instructions. Patricia, can you give at least three sentences that you have noted with singular nouns in our story?
Yes po. The first one is Alicia was assigned to bring a jug of water. Next, Emily brought a picnic blanket. And lastly, Gina saw a beautiful butterfly.
Okay, great. Alicia was assigned to bring a jug of water. Emily brought a picnic blanket. And lastly, Gina saw a beautiful butterfly. How about Andre? Can you give three sentences that you have noted with plural nouns in our story?
The first sentence, Alicia prepared some strawberries. Second, Emily got three loaves of bread. And the last one, Gina's mom prepared servings of pasta.
All right, very good. Alicia prepared some strawberries. Emily brought three loaves of bread. And Gina's mom prepared three servings of pasta. Here we go. Grammatically, we can identify the main difference between singular and plural nouns on which type of verb we use with them. Singular nouns use singular verbs and plural nouns use plural verbs. For example, in the sentence, Alicia was assigned to bring a jug of water. Alicia is the singular noun while the singular verb is was. On the other hand, plural nouns can use adjectives such as many or few that do not make grammatical sense when used with singular nouns. For instance, let's take the sentence, Alicia prepared some strawberries. You may be wondering if the sentence structure of this is correct because we said earlier that singular nouns use singular verbs and plural nouns use plural verbs. The noun Alicia is singular, right? And the other noun in the sentence is strawberries, which is plural. In this case, we used some as our adjective because again, plural nouns can use adjectives such as many, some, or few that do not make grammatical sense when used with singular nouns. You may also be asking why there are no s in the nouns bread and pasta in corresponding sentences on the plural side. It is because they are uncountable nouns and should not be made plural. But they can be made countable by using partitive nouns like three loaves and three servings. Understood, class? Do you have any questions regarding this topic?
No questions po.
Okay, I hope you are taking notes. How about in the sentences on the singular side? What have you noticed in front of the nouns? Yes, Patricia?
There is an article A in front of the singular nouns in the two sentences po.
Excellent observation. Another grammatical difference between singular and plural nouns is which articles can be used with them. When using articles, it's essential to also know the difference between countable and uncountable nouns. A or an are always singular, while the can be used in both singular or plural forms. Is that clear, class? Any questions or clarifications before we begin our activity?
Done po.
Okay, then let's start. In this activity, you will provide 5 statements and your classmate will identify whether it is true or false. Are 3 minutes enough for you to think of 5 sentences?
Yes po, ma'am.
Okay, you may start now. Alright, 3 minutes have passed. Is the word presentation visible on your end?
Yes po.
Okay. Andre, would you like to be the first one to provide your sentences?
Okay po. Number one, it is wrong to say beers when
It,
converting the noun beer into form.
okay. It is wrong to say tears when converting the noun there into a plural form.
All
Number
nouns change when they are pluralized.
all nouns change when they are plural.
Number 3, proper nouns name specific one-of-a-kind items and they begin with capital letters.
Proper nouns meaning
Number 4, the sentence Gina ate and 3 strawberry is correct.
present.
And number 5, goat says is the plural form of goat.
Success is the plural. A. Patricia, are you now ready to answer?
Yes po, ma'am.
Okay.
So,
Number 1,
number 1, I think it's true po. Number 2
2,
is false.
false.
3 po is true. And 4 false. And 5 false po.
Good job for the both of you. Number 1 is true because the noun deer does not change when it is plural. It is still the noun deer. 2 is false because some nouns change when they are pluralized, like the nouns goose, geese, and man. 3 is true because a proper noun is the name of a particular person, place, organization, or thing. 4 is false. It is grammatically wrong. The sentence should be Gina ate 3 strawberries. And lastly, the number 5 is also false. It should be goats. There is no such thing as goatses. Let's proceed. Patricia, please state the 5 sentences you have constructed earlier.
Okay po. So, the first sentence is, the noun form is a common noun.
The noun form.
Second sentence po is, the sentence Elisa prepared 1 sandwiches is wrong. Third sentence po is, oxes is the plural form of ox.
Foxes.
Fourth sentence, the plural form of fish is fish.
Plural.
Fifth sentence po, the word country is an example of a common noun.
Andre, are you now ready to answer?
Number 6 po, true, then true again, false, then true and
And Patricia, what can you say about Andre's answers?
He got all the correct answers po, ma'am.
All right, very good, class. Number one is true because it is a general word for any form of any kind. Two is also true because the sentence structure is wrong. It should be Eliza prepared one sandwich or Eliza prepared a sandwich. Three is false because the plural form of the noun ox is oxen, not oxes. Four is true because the noun fish is an irregular noun. There is no difference between its singular and plural forms. And finally, the number five is true as well. It can be a proper noun only when you name the country like Philippines, Japan, Korea, and the like. Good job, everyone! Do you have any questions or clarifications before we go?
None po, ma'am.
none po.
Okay, then let's call it a day. Thank you for listening and for your cooperation in today's meeting. Bye for now and keep safe.
Thank
Thank
you
you po.
po.